How was your day? There will be times when you don't want to answer that question, but I'll keep asking until you truly feel all right. Hi, we are Why Is That? And welcome to the podcast series that often starts with why questions based on the first principle thinking method. This approach offers you diverse perspectives on various life issues. To truly embrace a vibrant life, join us for this episode. Try to offer myself to you. If it's not truly myself, then that's too simple. Instead, I offer myself to you the you who is loved in every part. The first lesson I learned about love was from my parents. What is love, Dad? When your father had nothing, your mother still agreed to marry him. That is love. So what is love, Mom? When your father had everything, he still loved your mother like the first day. That is love. So, how does the world out there love? Out there, I see two people come together when they have nothing but their youth. What sustains them day to day are promises. What pulls them together are passionate embraces. Strands of hair stuck to sweat-drenched cheeks, fingertips still tracing delicate shoulders. They are captivated by each other, feeling that they are special parts of one another, something they would stay up all night praying to have. When these two people fall in love, everything else around them ceases to matter. But love often fails in the face of reality. How many nights has it been? I no longer know. We hold each other, breathing under the starry sky. Those stars are wonderful, but I can't reach them. I can never pick them for you. You lean on me and I lean on bitterness. Money doesn't just dictate the architecture of homes, it dictates families and marital harmony. Poverty brings 100 hardships, wasn't something she said idly. We choose to be with someone because, beside them, we feel joy and happiness. That's in a carefree state, unburdened by anything, not having to worry about money. Once the two are weighed down by debt or a dead-end life, their feelings for each other will surely not be the same. And then I saw them fall silent. She chose not to share, he chose not to ask. One day, 1 week, then 1 month passed as they drifted apart. Once silence settles, it means they no longer want to try. Perhaps some loves can only go this far. Perhaps some people are only meant to live in memories. Out there, I saw a young man fall for a young woman at first sight. She had a dazzling appearance, an aura of charisma seemed to emanate from her. He gazed intently at her striking beauty, and thoughts flashed through his mind something like, wouldn't it be great if she were my girlfriend? First impressions are often hard to shake. They seem to haunt us with an ideal image. This young man idealized the girl, believing she was creation's masterpiece, and he had to have her. But later, once they were together, daily life brought constant bickering. Their idealized images of each other crumbled when they realized their partner wasn't as perfect as they had imagined. In the movie You Are the Apple of My Eye *, Shen Jie told Qi Jingtang about her flaws, saying she was messy, easily irritated, and unnecessarily difficult. I'm just a very ordinary person, she said. Maybe the person you like is just the me you imagined. When in love, people still need admiration for their partner. But sometimes, we confuse romantic love with admiration *. Romantic love and admiration evoke relatively similar feelings, roughly, delight, excitement, a desire for special attention and care, as well as a yearning to explore the new and hidden depths of the other person's inner world. But they are profoundly different in nature when considering longevity. Because true affection can withstand the erosion of time, something fleeting admiration cannot do. Out there, I see two people carrying the scars of life, with tear-stained eyes and withered hearts. And a few times, I've seen them contemplate ending their lives. The miraculous thing is that amidst a million possibilities, they found each other, saw each other's full, bruised versions. They want to be beside each other because the other gives them a sense of peace, and they, themselves, deeply want to do something to make the other feel serene inside. Out there, I see an old man and an old woman holding hands, walking through the hospital garden. The old woman grumbles about how cold it is, while the old man silently intertwines his wrinkled fingers with hers. One of the places I fear the most is the hospital. Every time I step in, I see countless stories of hardship. Yet, that afternoon, amidst the myriad sorrowful faces of the sick, I witnessed a truly beautiful love. With one hand, the old man carried a bag, and with the other, he led his wife strolling past rows of examination rooms to the stairs. He walked very slowly, turning his whole body to help her descend each step. The evening shadows stretched long across the ground, but in my heart, something ineffably warm fluttered. Those tightly clasped fingers bound two lives together. People often say that the love of our grandparents' generation was simple and precious, a kind that's hard to find now. They also say that grandparents often stayed together more out of duty than love, that romantic love no longer held meaning for them, and their marriage was sustained only by a sense of obligation. But I don't believe that. While responsibility is one of the things that keeps us needing each other, love is what truly binds two people for a lifetime like that. Love has no specific definition. We know there are a myriad of ways to love, but ultimately, love is a synthesis of many factors. According to American psychologist Sternberg's theory, the concept of love is described as a triangular model with three corners as its constituent components. The three components include 1. Intimacy, encompassing feelings of closeness, connectedness, and understanding. 2. Passion, encompassing feelings of desire, physical affection, and the fulfillment of physiological needs. 3. Commitment, encompassing feelings that make us determined to stay with someone, working together towards common goals. From this triangle, we get 7 types of love. At the first corner, we have liking or friendship. In this case, a person feels safe, warm, and close to another, but without passion or the intention of a long-term bond. Because there's no passion, this isn't strictly called love, even though two people might sometimes be called lovers. They are essentially good friends who understand each other, share things, and hang out. Therefore, they lack the intimacy of romantic partners, like hugging, kissing, or holding hands. At the second corner of the triangle is infatuated love . This type of emotion is formed based on physical attraction and passion, without understanding or commitment. Infatuated love doesn't allow enough time for deeper, intimate feelings to develop into other stages like romantic love, and can disappear just as suddenly. The third corner of the triangle represents empty love, expressed through commitment but completely lacking intimacy and passion. This form of love is quite common in arranged marriages. When combining the first and second corners of the triangle, we get the fourth type, romantic love . This love is bound by personal emotions through intimacy and physical passion. They have deep conversations that help them understand each other better. They enjoy sexual and emotional passion. These couples may be at a stage where long-term commitment or future plans are still undecided. Combining the first and third corners, we have companionate love . It is expressed through intimacy without passion, but is stronger than friendship because it involves long-term commitment. Sexuality or physical demands are not factors in this love. This type is often seen in marriages without romantic feelings, where people live together purely out of familial bond. This type of love can also be found in close friendships and among family members. Combining the second and third corners, we get fatuous love . This can be exemplified by cases of fleeting flirtation and courtship followed by marriage, but completely lacking understanding. And the final type of love, encompassing all three elements, is consummate love . This is the ideal love, romantic love, with commitment and overflowing passion. This perfect form of love represents the kind of relationship people strive to build. However, in reality, our lives make it very difficult to achieve this ideal. Moreover, this complete love is harder to sustain than to achieve, as all components of this type must constantly evolve. At different times in our lives, we will experience different types of love. So why not just enjoy the present moment? A young man asked a wise man why he couldn't find the right person. The wise man replied, "To get your answer, go to the field and choose the flower you believe is the most beautiful, then bring it back here. But remember, you can only move forward. You cannot turn back to look at which flower you should pick." The young man went to the field. When he passed the first row of flowers, he saw a very beautiful one and wanted to pick it immediately, but he hesitated, wondering if there might be an even more beautiful flower ahead. Later, indeed, he found a stunning flower, but just like before, he thought there might be another, more beautiful one still waiting for him. Then, as he passed halfway through the field, he began to realize that the flowers now were not as beautiful as the ones he had passed by. He had missed the most beautiful flowers while constantly searching, being too picky. He returned sadly to the wise man, without a single flower in his hand. the wise man gently explained, "You tried hard to find a more beautiful flower, while you passed by the most beautiful ones. When you realized you had missed the opportunity, you couldn't turn back." This is the most common mistake people make when they love someone and lose the best person in their life. The truth is, no one is perfect, and no relationship is perfect, but we can create wonderful small things for that relationship every day. Love and good relationships are built up from small actions every day. It's simply a good morning greeting, a good night text, or calls to check in, even when there's nothing to talk about. A person who loves you won't hesitate to spend time. They will say, "Go on," when you falter. They will accept that it takes much patience to slowly unravel the stories of how you became the person you are today. They wouldn't just utter, "Oh, poor thing," and walk away. The fragile parts of your being will be safe in their hands. You will feel grateful for that person, the one who loved you without blemish. You begin to feel that you exist, that your identity is safe in the arms of a patient and kind person. You feel truly valuable. What's important is accepting the impermanence of love. Love is the most elusive thing in the world, the easiest to miss, yet one of the most sought after. Because it's elusive, it's hard to find. Even when found, it's sometimes not easy to hold onto forever. And if missed, there's no need for regret. Let the clouds of the sky be carried by the wind. Flowers fall with intention, water flows indifferently. Everything that comes or goes is due to fate. Life is a journey of return, returning to nature, returning to our roots. In the short years of this life, being destined with anyone is a blessing accumulated over countless past lives. Finding a soulmate and entrusting love in life has never been an easy task, so cherish and nurture them while you still can.